Hello, hi Brian, welcome. Can you guys do me a favor? Please tap the screen and share the broadcast. And if you'd be so kind enough as to subscribe, thank you. Oh, I'm making a cabbage stew soup. So the way I make my cabbage stew, I use ground beef, you could use ground lamb, you could even use ground chicken or ground turkey, whatever the case is. And normally I cook it with the cabbage, onions, garlic if you have it, and then I serve it over rice. But guess what? Everything is going to be in one pot today. So that's why I'm going to make it into a soup. That fell, I can't use that. So I'm actually browning the ground beef. It's grass-fed. I'm not exactly sure what grade of grass-fed it is, but it was on sale. Nature's Reserve. Hi, Melissa Martinez. Welcome. Thank you for saying hello. So I'm just browning the ground beef. It's just for you, or is it also for your family? Well, it's for my family. It's for me, myself, and I. I am the family. And if somebody else wants to come over and have some, you guys are welcome to. But right now, it's just for me. Oh, thank you. You're so pretty. Thank you. Do me a favor if you can share the broadcast. So I'm just browning this ground beef here. Let's turn it up. Turn it up a notch. So what are you guys' thoughts about the importance of, yes, thank you. And then I have some olive oil here. I'm going to put some more olive oil because for some reason, I don't know if it's the pan or what. Or, well, no, not that. I strike that. As I put more vegetables inside, it is going to need, and especially the cabbage, is going to need more oil. So that's the whole purpose of it. Yeah. But what I started to ask you guys, how important do you guys think it is for women to help men lead, or to be supportive in men functioning in their godly design role? That is where I have a passion. It's something I've been thinking about this past week. And I had a conversation with someone I would term as a very good friend. I mean, it's just, and it just kind of served as an eye-opener. And I got to thinking, well, my goodness, we as women, right, we have a part to play. Or, not just we as women, but I feel like everybody has, not I feel, I know that everyone has a role to play in society, has a role to play in this earth, right? In supporting each other. And so that's what I was thinking about. I'm like, there's so many different things that have gone wrong, and I'm just wondering, could it be that, we as a society has, gonna put some black pepper, has actually, oh, and the bay leaf, I forgot the bay leaf. We've stepped out of the role, or stepped out of the original plan. But then again, do we know what the original plan is? So I can't assume that everybody knows what the original or then the original plan is. But the thing I can say is I can just guide people to the Holy Scriptures in order to find out what that original plan is, as I have found out, and I have conceptualized that it is important for us as women, right, to just to be supportive in helping men function in their godly role and their godly purpose. So that's just what my thoughts are. And, I'm just kind of curious to find out what you guys think. That's all. Because this is just my conviction, my personal conviction. I'm looking at this and like, not enough meat. That's okay. I'm not going to use all the cabbage. I have the cabbage here. I'm going to put some tomatoes. I think I have too much tomatoes. So I'm going to drop the tomatoes. No, you can't have too much tomatoes, can you? Do me a favor. Please like, so that way more people will be able to join in the thought and be able to join in the conversation, and then we can, all learn from each other, right? Well, oh, thank you for asking, Ryan. Where did I learn the recipe from? So growing up as a kid, and I have to pause because I know that it seems to me that every country has their little take on cabbage and how cabbage is done, right? And growing up as a kid, I used to see my mom make cabbage and serve it over rice, and we would use ground beef. You can also put chicken, like chunks of chicken inside. You can also cook cabbage with beef. I've never really had it with fish, but I've had it with shrimp, not with fish. And yeah, and it's a really nice hearty dish, and you serve it over rice. You could probably serve it over potatoes, I can imagine. But yeah, I just love, this is like a really nice go-to favorite dish of mine. And yeah, I just love it. I just love it. I am a little concerned that I don't have enough ground beef. I actually have another packet of ground, but it's ground lamb. You could also use lamb too. So here is some organic tomato paste. I don't know if you can see that. So, oops. Put some tomato paste inside. And, yes. Then I also, I have some tomato puree. I forgot to put the, okay, here's what I'm going to do. Beef broth. I believe this is still good. It better be good, Lord, or else I'm going to be in trouble. It's been in the refrigerator. It's been in the refrigerator. Oh, and so by the way, I am originally from South America. I'm sure you've detected an accent. Oh, yeah. Okay, so what I need to do is get some rice vinegar, which is in here. Oh, and I'm gonna use some of my, okay. Me and my sounds, me and my sounds. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, I think, yes, you can see. Okay, so this is my oregano I brought back from Italy. It's supposed to be really good. Put some in here. Man, it still has that nice strong smell. And rice vine vinegar. And I am going to put, as I said, I'm going to put rice, cooked rice inside that I've cooked from when I made my chicken livers. And I haven't tasted this as yet, but I guess I will now. Not bad. I think it could do with some salt. Could do with some salt. Da, 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 da. How long does it take for it to cook fully? Well, for it, oh, thank you. Thank you for asking how long does it take. So actually 45 minutes, 45 minutes, 45 minutes or less. Thank you for asking, because the thing is, see how chunky the tomatoes still are? That has to cook down. 45 minutes to an hour. I do have the cabbage. Here's a cabbage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the cabbage in this pot here. Of course, I'm not going to use all of the cabbage. I'm going to put a little bit of oil here so I can olive oil. Okay. That is not the right color, you guys. Here it is. Here it is. So I'm going to cover this down a little bit. Do you guys cook cabbage, and how do you cook your cabbage? If you cook cabbage, you guys cook cabbage, and how do you cook your cabbage? And yeah, I'm kind of curious to hear your thoughts about how important is it for women to support men in functioning in their godly design roles. Now, I realize that this conversation is not going to be for everyone, but I had a conversation with someone who I will classify as a very good friend, and it got me thinking, you know, hearing this individual's perspective, and I'm like, wow, we women, we have a role to play. We have a part in how men are supported. There's so many things that have gone wrong, especially to families. There's such a great breakdown of the family structure. And that's the thing that just kind of got me thinking. I'm like, wow, could it be that we as women need to be more supportive in helping men function in their godly design roles? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? I'd love to hear. I'd love to hear. You don't have to agree. But yeah, I just kind of like to hear an opposing view. Look at me eating this again. I'm leaving this cabbage back for another meal. Another meal, you guys. So here is the rice. This is the rice that I have. And you can either put it in with the ground beef, or you can put it in with the cabbage stew or the cabbage that's cooking. Either way, they're going to merge together. So I'm letting the cabbage cook by itself or steam down. And it's steaming very nicely. And imagine, I can actually, when all this is done, I can put it in the crock pot. I think that would be nice. It will be more roomier being in small pots. Look at the cabbage. Look at how it's changing color. Oh, well, yeah, you should try it. I can include the ingredients and, you know, your proportions. You're just going to have to determine the different spices you want to use. Can vary. In fact, I'm going to put a little bit of pepper flakes and paprika in this. So yes, I'm turning it into a soup. It's very simple to cook. And here's the other thing with this, guys. You know, people make stuffed peppers, right? You can even take this ingredients that I have here and stuff it into peppers and bake it. Put some of your favorite toppings. Okay, see? So the cabbage is pretty much cooked. And so now, see, it's pretty much cooked. I'm thinking I should have used all of the cabbage, because look at how it's wilted down. That's okay. So now I'm going to pour this into here. And this needs some liquid. Right, because that's what a soup is about, right? It looks like it goes well with bell peppers, like stuffed ones with, yes, in fact, absolutely, absolutely. So this is so versatile. Yeah, because with stuffed bell peppers, people put rice inside. Yeah. Oh, and you could put garlic too. I didn't put any garlic inside. I just like the rice vinegar. I just like the taste. This is the tomato puree. I'll put a little bit more. This was the... Ooh, not good. Let's see, I'll put a little bit more salt. Thank you for liking the broadcast if you haven't already done so, and for joining me in this way of how I do things, in how I think, in sharing my thoughts, and also sharing my convictions. Convictions. Oops, I gotta turn this up. So what I'm gonna do is cover the pot and just kind of let all of these ingredients marry with each other, you know. And you could probably drop some lime juice inside, but I am not, and the reason being is because I've added, I believe, more than enough rice wine vinegar. I haven't tasted this much, but it'll be fine. I have a feeling it probably needs a little bit more salt, but that's okay. I can always add. See? So it's going to be kind of like a thick, hearty soup. Could put some more black pepper. Hey, welcome. You're here, Lagunas. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Do me a favor, if you don't mind, double tapping the screen, liking and sharing the broadcast, as well as subscribing to my channel. Hopefully it's something that you're interested in or that you'll enjoy, and as time goes along. And yeah, I have just made, and I'm finishing up, cabbage stew soup. Yes, so it's got a, and then what I'll do is add exactly what I used. Okay, so now I think I'm gonna go and taste it, because I added some extra things. Ooh. It needs something, guys. It needs something else. You know what? I think I'm gonna do that lime juice, not salt, because it needs kind of like salt, but it needs like salt. But I think if I put the lime juice, how long average? How long? I'm not sure. Oh, they took the message. Ryan, they took your message. Ooh, almost cut my nose. I think You too. Oh, okay. Or you retracted the message. I know. It's like you have to be so careful these days. But thank you for being respectful if that's the intention. Yeah. Okay, so now lime. Remember I said it needed something else? It does feel like it needs salt. Oh, I wasn't looking at the keyboard. It's okay. It's all right. So I think the lime, the squeeze of lime is going to really balance the flavors out. It's going to pull the flavors together. Oh, I did say I was going to put some pepper flakes. Where is my bottle? Nope, not cumin seeds. Oh, here it is. Pepper flakes. Okay, let's do this. And the only reason I'm holding my nails like this is because I had them done, and yes, so what's that? Some of them are my own and some of them are not. Because some of my own actually kind of grew out longer than the others, and we wanted to balance them, the length out. It's not bad. It is not bad, you guys. This is pretty much done. But I am going to let it turn this down a little bit. And I will take this over here and oh boy, I wish I could show you guys. You guys want to see the snow outside? You want to see a little bit of the snow? I'll show you. I'm going to open the door really quickly. Look. Ooh, do you see that? Yeah. So wait here for me, you guys. Good question. Savory but not sweet. Not sour but savory. Seems like it's sour because I put the rice vinegar. No, that is just to balance flavors out. I imagine you can probably put a little bit of brown sugar or cane sugar inside too. You know, so you have to kind of do it the way you feel you would enjoy. I'll be right back. Hey, I'm back. So I wonder if you can see it. I think I'm sitting too low. Hopefully you can see it. Hopefully you can see the soup. Can you guys see the soup? I have a piece of sourdough baguette. Oh, and this is still good. And the reason I'm putting the spoon in here is because after this usage, I'm going to throw this out because this Parmesan cheese has been refrigerated from since before the holiday, since I would say November. I can't. Okay, good. So here it is. Believe it or not, I have napkins too. So, I have to get up and go. The refrigerator just kind of chimed. It just said, you forgot to close me. That's what it just said. Okay, you're closed now. Ooh. You want to know something? Oh my goodness. Guess what? Adding the Parmesan cheese. Nice. Nice addition. Look at this. This is good. Ooh. Look at this. Cabbage. Oh, you can also use purple cabbage too. So yes. Thank you guys for your patience in watching me eat my dinner. But yeah, I'm kind of curious. What do you guys think? You know, I want to hear the male and the female perspective of how important is it? Oh yeah, thanks. How important do you think it is for women to, regardless of what society thinks, regardless of our culture? I happen to believe, through personal conviction, and just that yes, that's a role that we have to play. So let me just put it out there. So, let me recap. Cabbage. I imagine you can also cut the cabbage any way you want to. You can add rice if you want to. I just happen to have leftover cooked rice that I made on Saturday with my chicken liver dish. Tomatoes, tomato paste, tomato puree, right? I put a bay leaf inside, onions, ground beef. You could use ground chicken, ground pork, ground lamb. I imagine if you eat reindeer or deer meat, you could use that. Or once in Oregon, I think it was elk meat, and I think somebody made a bear meatloaf made out of a bear, B-E-A-R. This is actually good, guys. It's the first time that I've made cabbage soup. Can you also, yeah, I imagine, what I was saying earlier, Ryan, is that, Ryan Lee, I don't know if that's your name, but it doesn't really matter. We've made cabbage dishes before, like we cook cabbage with like shrimp. I love cabbage with shrimp. That's but I've never had cabbage with fish cooked inside. Maybe cabbage on the side, and maybe you can fry the fish or cook the fish separately. But I've never had it incorporated. But also, please double tap the screen when you're considering using fish. You have to figure out, well, what fish would really go well with cabbage? That's the other thing. At least for me, that's what I would be concerned about. Hi, Maisie Cross. How are you? I'm just eating cabbage stew soup that I made for dinner, and I have a sourdough baguette. And yeah, just having a discussion about how important do we see our role as women to support men in leading and in functioning according to divine order. You know what? You can probably add mushrooms with this dish as well. This bread seems like it's hard, huh? I just got it yesterday, you know. $7.50 for a baguette. Well, sourdough, I know it's pretty expensive. Yeah, you got it. You know what? I did a live last night and last evening, and I have a thing for certain fruits, and grapefruit is one of them. And the way I was eating the grapefruit, the one viewer said, "Oh, you're getting your money's worth." I said, "Yes." And then I mentioned I paid 2 grapefruits for $5. And this viewer happened to be in Pakistan, and he was telling me fruits are so cheap there. Like 30 oranges, medium-sized oranges for $1 and something. So, you know. The price of goods has really gone up here in America. But my concern is, my thing is like when you go to other countries, and you taste their quality compared to what we have here and what we have to pay. It's like, wow, night and day. Yep. Like me now, haven't tasted conventional fruits and vegetables elsewhere, and I come back to America. There's a difference with the quality, even with the organic. Like the organic stuff is like garbage here, honestly speaking, unless you actually grow it yourself. And even if you grow it yourself, you kind of have to watch it because the soil, there's something about the soil, the water, those are factors that play regarding the output as far as your produce, things that you plant. Oh, this. You guys, I am tempted, and I will. I'm going to eat some grapefruit next. Or maybe I can do it later. I'll try to do another live tonight. Oh. Oh, okay, thank you. Well, let's see. It's 4:35. So maybe I'll do it at 8:30. 8:30. Between 8 and 8:30. In like 4 hours. And 4 hours is good. Not too late. 8 o'clock. Okay then, yeah. Okay, this one is going for 46 minutes. Oh, thank you. Let's see. Chair CH3RRY. Thank you. Oh, by the way, I'm going to do another live at 8 o'clock tonight. And you get to watch me eat my grapefruit and how I eat my grapefruit and how I get my money's worth for my grapefruit. Oh, that reminds me, I have to put it in the refrigerator because I like the grapefruit when it's nice and cold, like icy cold. And for some reason, I eat a lot of grapefruit during the winter months. And really a lot of citrus. But wow, look at this. The plate is empty. Yeah, so what do you guys think about what I'm talking about? Passion for seeing men lead and to follow the order, to support their family, to care for their family. When you see the breakdown of the family structure, like I said, I had a conversation with someone last week, this past week. And, I think sometimes, a lot of times we, we make decisions and we engage in interpersonal relationships and so forth, and whatever titles you want to give them, and we neglect to kind of think about our future regarding. Hi, baseball man, how you doing? How are you doing? Yes. And we forget to think about the impact of our actions to future generations. You know, how we're passing down our, our lineage, how we're passing down our family, our values and beliefs to the next generation. And so the absence of that just creates dysfunctionality. It creates brokenness. And because of dysfunctionality, things not functioning the way they were designed in order to. This is why we see a lot of the different issues and things that are going on and impacting our society. And guess what? We're all impacted by it, the problems. It doesn't matter what race, what color, what age, what your gender is, what you believe, what you don't believe. We're all impacted by it. So, it's just, I just got to really thinking about that. There's definitely a breakdown and in the family values and structures, and just an increase of lawlessness and all of that kind of stuff. So then we have the younger generation. What they see is what's right before them, and what is right before them is a broken system. It's dysfunctionality. So guess what? Dysfunctionality is going to breed what? Dysfunctionality. So it's like, how do we break that cycle? How is that cycle? How could that cycle be broken? I was just kind of thinking about that and just curious. Like, am I the only one that have these thoughts? Okay, the structure of modern politics. Hi, Ryan. Thank you for that. The structure of modern politics are heavily altered by the actions in history. Yeah. They're heavily, and in what way are they altered by the actions of history? In what way? There's so many things that have occurred in history, that we've drifted away from. And I know that our society or our country we use the Bible as, especially in the court system. Everybody swears on the Bible, they do this and that. But for me, it's like they follow some things from the Bible and not everything from the Bible. And the Bible is a historical book. It's history. It's the core. It's, but I do agree with you. The structure of modern politics, they're heavily altered by the actions in history. But it's one thing to alter, for it to be altered. Hi, Beckett Foster, welcome, right? But I guess it's one thing to alter, because change is necessary for all existence, right? Things evolve. We have to, correct certain wrongs, make certain things right. But my thing is, where is the balance? And I think there's got to be a balance in that correction. There's got to be a balance in that altering. And when there isn't that balance, things go left, they go far. Hi, Caleb the Post. Hi, Caleb the Post. Welcome. We're just having a conversation. I made cabbage stew dinner. I just wanted to know you guys' thoughts about the importance of women supporting men to, to lead, to really lead. Yes, to really lead as God has intended and as God has designed. And I realize that this conversation is not for everyone. I realize that not everyone believes in God and they have their own idea of who God is. And that's okay. It doesn't mean that you cannot join into the conversation. But I just see that there's an importance. I feel like we go through life, and I'm also speaking of myself as well. We carve out relationships, and we're just like in the now, in the moment, and we really don't seriously think about the future. Like Ryan was mentioning, historical actions and things, you know, um, regarding our politics and how, our modern day politics have been altered. But, I think there's also this factor that we should start interjecting and incorporating this idea in this piece about future generations. Yes, we talk about 21st, as I'm an educator, we talk about preparing kids for 21st century and so forth. But what about also inserting this idea of the importance of values and beliefs to carry our generations through? Carried. Oh, happy birthday. Let's all wish Caleb a happy birthday. Thank you, Ryan. Nice, happy birthday. Yes, I'm a January baby as well, but I'm like the beginning. I'm the third, so I've already had my birthday. It's kind of the birthday that comes and it goes because it's like right after that big holiday. And yeah, but that's okay. Yeah. Yep. Well, I think so. I am going to do a live at 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. again, EDT time, as they say. I'm just looking outside there and see. Yeah. And oh, yeah, Caleb says thank you. Oh, let me know what part of the country you guys are tuning in from. Well, let me know what part of the globe. You don't have to tell me what state you're in if you don't want to. It's okay. I just like to capture any international people. That's all. That's the only reason why I said that. Like yesterday, we had someone from Pakistan. We normally have somebody from Dubai. Yeah, but the time is. Oh, okay, cool. Mountain states are good. I like the mountain states. I love the mountain states. In fact, I used to live in Arizona. Okay, cool. Florida. I used to live in Arizona. Mountain states are nice. Yeah. Okay, so less than 4 minutes more left on the live. I figured I was just going to do 60 minutes. And yeah. And then if you guys are able to join me later, you're going to watch me eat grapefruit. Yeah. Thank you, Ryan. The mountain states. Sounds good. Well, do me a favor, guys. Feel free to check the rest of my videos out. I'm bringing this closer because I want to slowly put my hands up there and just kind of end the live. That's what I want to do. All right. Is it about that time? I will go ahead and end it. Thank you, guys. Oh, let's see. Bye. Take care. Oh, let's see. Okay, take care. See you later.